What is up guys, Woo here and back with another Division 2 video, and today I want to talk about what I believe is the best addition to the Division 2's new expansion. And this again is not just for Warlords of New York, this is also available, yes, in Washington DC. And again, I guess you guys already know this, but this addition has made my life so much more simplified and easier in terms of farming, grinding, and it's what I've always wanted, and the Division has really leveled up by using this system. As always, if you enjoy this video, drop a like, and if you want to see more Division content from me, then please smash pound the subscribe button. Let's do this. Okay guys, yes, what I'm talking about is the Recalibration Station, and it is the Recalibration Library. Now, I have not even touched this until I got to level 40. I thought that I'm not going to get another character. I don't see the necessity for me personally to again grind again through another toon. I'm guessing a lot of people will. I don't. I'm happy with one, and that is it. So I have one character. There's one I started for hardcore mode, but still is what it is. With this is a perfect addition to the game. Now, the Recalibration Library, I don't know if you know how it works. I want to go through it briefly. I don't want this to be an overly long video. I just want to talk about this being the best thing about the Division 2, in my opinion. The narrative campaign has been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. Keener, but we'll say no more, is awesome. But this has added longevity to the game and made everyone's life a lot easier. The Recalibration Library. So as you can see, what we'll start with, we'll pick something, just say SMGs. So SMGs, now you can see there's core attributes, and talents. Again, you may already know how this works. This is for people that don't know, have not been there, and have not seen it yet. And again, this is my personal opinion. And this is what I'm going to do in my time throughout farming and grinding. So you can see it's broken down into core attributes, and talents. So once you get SMGs that drop within the game, you can go into this section and see what core attributes you can have that you can extract from this said weapon and infinitely make your weapon more powerful. So with this, as you can see, I have a current roll on the SMG damage at 9%, and I've just put my first one in there. Simple as that. Again, none of this is min-maxed, none of this is any good in all fairness. I've just had my level, it's about 38, 39 gear that I've just put into the library. That's it. So no min-maxing just yet. So with this, you can see there's 9% I have available, and that I can roll on any SMG if it is of a higher value than what's already on the weapon I'm choosing to empower. Now with this, as you can see, I have a weapon here. If I click on that, you can see the Tactical UMP 45, and this is an actually pretty decent roll. It's 13%. I can extract that 13%, and that goes straight into the library. And in doing so, that gives me a high roll. And that 13% can be used as many times as possible for a cost. So for example, I'll show you now. I'm going to extract this into my Recalibration Library. And there you go. So I have 13%, the max is 15%. So what I need to do now is keep farming until I get a roll that's 15%, slap it in the library, and then I can roll that on as many SMGs as possible to make my rolled SMGs really strong and have that max damage. And then we have critic chance. You can see now I have 12.5% on one roll, and that's just one I've slapped on just to be in there. And then again, the max is 21%. So you can see in terms of when weapons drop, what you need to do to put them into the library. Now, attributes, you see this, all these attributes that can be rolled onto weapons. So for example, I have an extraction available. So with this, you can see I have the grudge. I had 2 of these drop. Yeah, when I, on the Keener mission, I had 2 drop, which is bizarre beyond belief. This is the one that dropped initially. You can see it is trash. It is no good, but still, I've got one of these named SMG with the perfect vindictive talent. So with that, again, I can extract that to have the 7% headshot damage. I don't want it. I'm not bothered. You can see the maximum is 10%. However, I could extract that for my choice. That's entirely up to me. But that's an option. Now, there's talents. You can remove the talent as well. See, I've already removed or, again, shifted into the library preservation. Now, what I'm going to do, and I feel this is the best way to do this, I want to fill the library. So I want to get all these talents. I'm just going to keep farming and grinding until I get this library full. And in doing so, that will give me that option that diversity to choose what I want on whatever said SMG. And again, still do exactly the same for ARs, LMGs, marksman rifles, and so on. So this is where, for weapons, it is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. You can store whatever you want in the library. And again, once it's full, guys, you're laughing. Now, you turn our attention, just say, to gear, and we'll start with backpacks. So as an example, you can see the core attributes on a backpack are weapon damage, skill tier, and armor. So you can see I've extracted a couple already, and then that was a purple armor, so don't think I'm just stupid. That's just a purple armor put in there, just testing the water. And you can see there's 58,126, but you can see what the max is, which is 170k. That's really good because that gives you that great indication what is a god roll. And again, that's something that should be in the game since day one, but still, that's great. I've extracted a skill tier, and again, why I've done that is because I want to extract as many skill tiers as possible, so my first skill build, which will come next week, and then I have that all there in the bank, all ready to go. Now, the attributes. You can see on the attribute side of things, you've got weapon handling, critic chance, critic damage, headshot damage, armor regen, hazard protection, health, explosive resistance, skill damage, repair skills, skill haste, and status effects. So for example, explosive resistance. With this, I don't have any extracted yet, but I can extract 5% if possible. The maximum, as we can see in the prior screen, is 10%. So again, you know exactly what you need to be extracting, and once you extract that 10% max roll, you find that wherever, whether you've been Washington or New York, you know that you can roll that 10% explosive resistance as many times as possible onto your builds in your backpack slot. That's perfect, and that's brilliant. And the key is, for us being farmers, looters, grinders, is that we want to fill this library with max rolls, and that's exactly what we want to do. Now, talents, I don't have any talents yet, but you can see there's vigilance I can extract from the backpack. And if I just click on that, you can see that is from this, the Richter and Kaiser GmbH backpack, which has a decent roll of armor regen. However, I can extract that vigilance talent to get it on my backpack, so I can use it whenever I want, which is really good. Again, it's a nice tool to have in the game. It's something that's been quite desirable for a long time. So we go on to knee pads. With knee pads, again, there are no talents on knee pads, so it's just attributes and core attributes. So with this, you can see there's armor, weapon damage, and skill tier. So I've already taken off my skill tier, which again is essential. And with these, you can see just some purple drops I've got. So the weapon damage rolls, you can see, if we go back, the max is 15%. Now, in terms of what I have, you can see these are bad. You see they're just purple. So it's 5.3, 4%, and 3.9%. Again, and it just gives you the indication whether it's good or bad. You can see these are pretty dire pieces, and again, you can extract them to say you've got some weapon damage, but still these will be superseded very quickly because they are poorly rolled pieces. But I've kept these as an example to show you guys in this video. And again, I'm just going to extract this 5.3%, so we can see this now. So we can see the bar at the bottom, it's 5.3%. So that 5.3% can be rolled on any knee pads I so wish. Again, that's a really good tool to have in the division. So attributes, we can see now I have a hazard protection attribute I can extract. That's 6.1%. The max is 10%. Still, it's an okay piece, but all in all, I don't want to do that. You can see here again, weapon damage, status effects, and hazard protection. Not very good in all fairness. I extracted health there, which is an okay piece. But still, I have a nice skill damage one here. Let's have a look. And the max is 10%, and I'm at 5.9%. Again, it's just an average piece. But again, it gives you that indication what you can do and what you need to be looking for is high roll pieces. And once you get these pieces, then make sure you do what you need to do, and that is extract what you need to extract to keep in your library for a rainy day when you get the relevant pieces required to make your build powerful. Going to holsters, again, just another example. The core attributes, you can see here, again, I've extracted skill tier. You knew that was going to happen. So I can extract some weapon damage. And the max is 10%, is it? No, 15%. So I have this really crappy purple piece with 6.7% weapon damage. I'm not interested in that at all. Again, we can get double that and then it'd be an okay piece. So I'm nowhere near what I want to extract on that. So we go to the attributes. We can see here weapon handling. The max is 14%. This is 10%. That's not too bad. And then again, we go to armor regeneration. I have 2902. The max is 4925. You can see, yeah, it's not a great roll at all. And this one, 8%. Again, that's decent. 8% hazard protection. The max is 10%. So if I'm going to extract the piece, which will be this one, I'll extract that now. So again, I've got an okay rolled 8% there if I need to put it onto my build. So it's pretty decent. So this is how it works. For me, the recalibration station will come into effect once I've got these pieces in line with how I want. It will take a bit of time, but in all seriousness, this for me is my personal best addition to the game. Gear 2.0 has delivered in this aspect, because by all means, it's all good farming and finding some really good, nice rolls and then kind of leave them in the stash till a rainy day, then putting that one piece onto another piece and that piece is gone. However, I like storing stats. I think this is a great addition to the game. And in all honesty, this improves my user experience within the game. But let me know, as always, what you believe in the comment section. I'm keen to read your ideas and your thoughts about the stat storing in the game. I think it's perfect. I mean, when I heard this initially, I was jumping for joy. Again, build a discussion, let's have a chat. But guys, as always, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. You want to see more content from me and the Division 2, please smash the sub button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.